here live, of course, on the campus of East High School, Bicentennial Stadium. I'm Tariq Spence, and we are here broadcasting live on RCTV. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you for this big matchup between number 2 and number 3 in the City Catholic League, the East High Orientals hosting the Wilson Wildcats. Good afternoon, everybody. Beautiful sunshine. Great fall day here in the city of Rochester as we get ready for this big matchup this afternoon, George.
Yes, indeed. If you like offense, you've come to the right place. This is going to be should be an offensive showdown here today.
Rain earlier today, sunshine for the last 6 hours here in the Rochester area. The records for these two teams are pretty close. I mean, these two teams are very well matched. 1 and 2, as I said before, in the City Catholic League. The only undefeated team is Aquinas. They sit atop, but East with an overall record of 3 and 2 overall, 2 and 1 in the division, and Wilson with a 2 and 3 record overall and 2 and 1 in the division.
Yes, and East feels real good about themselves, Tariq, coming off that 50-6 win over Edison last week. So they definitely looking forward to today to keep that momentum rolling. And Wilson, after a tough physical game against Greece Athena, they want to come back and also feel good about themselves. So I'm sure they want to make a point to get on the board early and take it to East early into this game.
Well, we have two coaches that have met many times before. We had a chance to meet up with the coaches for both teams in a certain respect. East High's coach, of course, you all know how well they've been coached for the last few years, and of course George Montier, also a very good coach in his own right.
Yeah, and these coaches have, like you said, continuity, and that's the key. In any level of sport, you need that continuity. And thank goodness these two teams have that continuity in the head coach position.
A couple of different things to remind you of as we get ready for this broadcast. This is a live broadcast right now on RCTV. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for this high school action. These two teams just moments ago got the final instructions from the referees for today, and now the referees have huddled up and they will disperse amongst the field as East, who will kick off to Wilson to start this high school football game.
Yes, indeed. And the referees doing this game are the same refs from last week. And I did mention to them to, hey, show those signals so that we can see them exactly what these calls are that they're going to most likely be making during the game.
Well, this is an exciting atmosphere. A place nearly packed on both sides. And that horn there means that it is time at any moment for the kickoff. As we get underway here at Bicentennial Field, East Orientals, the kickoff, they will to Wilson, receive there, picked up at around the 10-yard line across the 20, dodges a few tacklers over the 25, and is cut down there as he crosses over to near the 30-yard line.
Nice return by Desmond R. Followed his blocking and saw a little lane there and tried to get through there.
So that's where we'll set up first and 10, 30-yard line for Wilson. As East High will go on defense, Wilson will come out. And we were talking earlier before the start of the game what type of offense that Wilson runs.
Yes, indeed. They're going to probably start off with the wing T, but the audience should keep an eye on number 19. He's Cameron Bailey is a guy to keep a definite eye out on.
Quarterback George under center. He hands off, and as you said on cue, Bailey hits the ball, dodges and misses a few tackles there. That goes to, actually that was not Bailey, that was Morrow, and Tyshawn Morrow gets the first carry.
Yeah, and they look like they're going to try to take it to East early. East look like they're in a 4-3 alignment on defense. A little bit small, a little bit undersized this year's East team. Well, both teams seem to be undersized, so it look like they're going to see who can take it to the other team's line.
Just underway, first and 10 after a 10-yard gain by Morrell. Under center now is Jamie George. He will pitch it back across the line of scrimmage and met there by a number of Oriental players pushed back. So minimal to no gain there on that run.
Nice play by number 61, slid off of his block and slid Robert Watkins. He slid off his block and made a textbook tackle on the play.
So that'll set up a second down and about 8, just a few minutes into the start of this game here. Live RCTV. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you. These two teams 2 and 3 in the City Catholic League. Only undefeated team in that league right now, Aquinas, sits at the top. or McQuaid sits at the top. Handoff over to the right side. Once again, minimal to no gain. Maybe about a yard or two.
Yes. Tyshawn Murrow once again. Reminds me a lot of the Edison Marshall game from a couple weeks ago. They started off with the same type of plays.
Oh, one of the great things about watching a game like this, you never know with speed in the game how it could be broken open. At one point in the game against Marshall and Edison a few weeks ago, running play 2 yards, running play 3 yards, running play no yards, running play 80 yards, touchdown.
Yeah.
So you never know at any moment this game could be broken open.
Sure.
Still no score, though, just underway. Wilson with possession of the football. George under center. Man in motion, hands off the middle, trying to get some yardage.
Nothing there. Robert Watkins once again. Boy, he's beating his man. He's taking his man to school so far early in this game. Slid right off his block. Once again, filled the hole, made the tackle.
Draw up the middle, gets no gain, probably about a 4 and about 4th down and 4 at midfield, and that means that Wilson will kick it away. 9:35 left to go here in this first quarter, just underway. East will get possession for the first time in this football game. Snap. The kick is up. Nice end over end kick. Sends him back. Fielded there and picked up. Shoestring tackle and down.
Wow, nice
and
run
that
back.
was a very good play there. Just over about the 30-yard line, close to the 35.
Yeah, yes, Jaquan Majors made a nice return there. Made something out of nothing, really.
So now East will get the possession of the football, and we'll see what head coach Paul Riganti's got in store for the Wilson Wildcats. The Orientals rush out on offense. Michael Perkins, quarterback, he will stand under center. And he'll hand off right up the middle. And that'll be about a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
All right, he's trying to come through that hole. Wilson did a nice job of filling the hole.
And they'll give him about 2 yards. So not a friendly spot, but still 2nd down and 8, just under 9 minutes to go here. No score between Wilson and East. Second play of the game on offense for East. Perkins calls Wilson offsides there.
He got him.
That's going to get a couple yards there.
The old hard count. Drew him right off sides on that one. That was some.
Well, it's a trick quarterbacks use. A hard count will get the defensive line to move faster than they're supposed to. That's exactly what happened there, and that'll set up now 2nd down and 3 off the 5-yard penalty. Handoff right up the middle, close to the 1st down. It looks like he will have it, depending on the spot.
That's close, very close. They're calling time, and they're going to look like they're going to measure.
They're going to measure it out here. So wait and see what happens. Just underway. 8:29 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. Wilson at East, Bicentennial Stadium. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
The field looks great, Tariq.
It does. After the rain we had earlier in the Rochester area, Thursday and Friday, it stopped overnight. Rained last night, stopped overnight, and into the morning it's had plenty of time to dry. And the game scheduled for earlier in the afternoon. Remember, this is supposed to be a 1 o'clock kickoff. Pushed back 2 hours for a very important reason. SATs.
Oh, you got to. That's right.
Got to take care of that.
That's right. Got to take care. Move on to the next level. That's right.
I'll take a look at some of the stats early on in this game. Still no score, and they will give
the first down,
yes, to East. And, of course, the quarterbacks to watch out for: Michael Perkins Jr. for East, Kenny Smiley Sr. from Wilson. So it is 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. And referees clearing something up before they blow the whistle. Perkins under center. He swings, gives it out, right side. On a good positive gain in the air by Majors.
Good move there. Good blocking. He hit the hole hard, and picked up 4 yards, 4 hard yards.
So that will set up around a 2nd down and 6. Number 4 has been getting all the carries this far in this game.
Yeah, and Wilson's playing a 4-3 with the ends coming up on the line. Maybe they may want to move the linebackers up a little bit closer since they a lot of running. Oh, there's the same guy. 55 got caught twice. Second time for coming into the neutral zone.
So East High doing a very good job of the hard count. Wilson just a little bit eager to get to the quarterback, try to get in the backfield and disrupt. That's what the defensive line is there for. Try to cause as much havoc as possible.
That's right. Marquise Graves looks very eager, so he's got to control it, control his excitement, and keep his eye on the ball. Make sure he's watching the ball, not the sound.
Perkins under center. He'll hand it off once again to Majors. And he is stopped close to the first down marker. Looked like he has it. And it'll move the chains once again for East.
Another move, another first down.
Slow and steady, winning the race right now for the Orientals. Still no score. East and Wilson. 7:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Nice crowd on hand here at Bicentennial Stadium. Perkins will swing it out. Left side, trying to find blockers. Cuts back,
cut
up
back.
the middle.
Number
Couple missed
42.
tackles.
He's moving downfield.
Just out
Nice
of the
play.
reach. And that was a close play. Brian Whitlock nearly broke it away at the last second.
Yes, very hard running by Brian. And also, I believe the referees might have missed a hold here. If you look at the number 11, was held right here, right there. You see, he was actually held. The guy grabbed him, and East is fortunate that no penalty was called on the play.
Couple of missed tackles on Wilson's part there as Whitlock finishes play. Back to live action here, just under 7 minutes. Whitlock met right there at the line and goes nowhere. And so that will be a loss of a few yards.
Yeah, Wilson's starting to toughen up here on D. They've seen it. Now they know they have to react to the run.
So East, who has not attempted a pass play yet, neither has Wilson. Both teams getting their first possessions here in the first quarter. 6.5 left to go here in the first.
Look like East could be setting Wilson up for a pass play.
We'll see what happens here. Perkins under center. Second down and 11 from the 34-yard line. And here comes that pass play. It is out, caught, received to the corner, knocked out of bounds, but it is good enough for a first down, and East High is moving the football.
Yes, Wilson bit right on the play action, and they all went for the run for the play action play, and the gentleman was right there, Jamie George was there wide open and picked up extra yards. That's what a good running game would do, Tariq.
Yeah.
It'll open up the passing game.
It'll change things around. So that'll set up first down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. No score. And the refs want to take a few minutes to review some things here. And now they'll start the clock. Perkins was just waiting for them. He now goes on the center. Hands it off right up the middle. And Wilson waiting for it. So East is basically their strategy is let's keep it on the ground and see if we can get there. And then if we need to pass, we'll pass.
Yes, indeed. Quentin No up for like a 2-yard gain. Defense, Wilson D is really going to have to toughen up inside.
And it is setting up second down and about 8 or 9 from the 15-yard line. Deep in Wilson territory. East with the football. They'll hand off right side. Whitlock to the right side, close to the first down marker. And he will have it.
Yes, indeed.
And that'll set up a first and goal from around the 5-yard line.
Brian Whitlock is all Rochester track and field track star in the 100-yard dash. As a matter of fact, he went to the Nike camp out in Los Angeles, California last spring from school. He's a School of the Arts student. And so if he gets out, if he turns that corner, Wilson's going to have a hard time catching him.
This is one of the things we talked about with Coach Briganti, having players that are at East and at School of the Arts. A number of schools in the city of Rochester do it, but it can be tough getting some of the kids who are from different schools on the same page. Whitlock, right side, going for the corner. He's going in. Touchdown, Brian Whitlock. And the East High Orientals have scored here 4:42 left to go here in the first quarter. It is 6-0 East.
Yes, Brian has a lot of speed, and he sure showed it on that play there. As soon as he turned the corner, he was gone.
Well, he basically was getting the bulk of the carries here beyond the 50-yard line. He set up that big run earlier on in the game, and right now, East appears as if they're going to go for 2 here. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Handoff left side. Whitlock will try that area. Does he get over the line? He does not. So
No.
the 2-point conversion does not result in any points for East High. 6-0 the score here. 4:42 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Brian Whitlock is an unbelievable running back, and he is able to hit that corner. That's one thing you could say about Whitlock. Once you've got that speed on the outside, it could definitely help you. Here he is, right side. He sees that corner, puts the arm up, leans into the tackle, gets the touchdown. 6 points for East High.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for tuning in right now. If you're just tuning in, we are live on RCTV. It is the high school football game of the week. Wilson taking on East High School. East High School in their first possession has scored. 6-yard touchdown run by Brian Whitlock. And it is a 6-0 lead as East is set to kick off to Wilson. Wilson has only had the football once in this game thus far, so still plenty of time to get into it.
Plenty of time. And Tariq, I think Wilson should get into consider a passing game and getting the ball in the hands of number 19, Cameron Bailey. He's their big play man, and they really need to get the ball to him during this next series coming up.
So a 6-yard touchdown run results in 6 points. East will kick off to Wilson. And then out of the hands, they got to cover the football, and I believe he did. It is still Wilson's football, but a chance to turn the football over, and Wilson was able to recover.
Yes, Desmond, oh, boy, he almost put his team in a big jam there, but he made up for it and was able to recover his own fumble. I see 19 is on the field with the offensive unit. I think they should start looking for him.
Cameron Bailey, he is the senior wideout we talked about earlier on in this game. Let's see if him and Jamie George can hook up for some points.
He has excellent hands. Made some excellent catches last week against Greece Athena. And they are spreading the field a little bit in this formation.
And it'll be Smiley with it, and he'll hand it off right side.
No, he passed.
Pass it off, excuse me.
Screen pass to 19, Cameron Bailey.
Cameron Bailey.
So they are looking, and the coaches are seeing what I'm seeing, what we're seeing from up here. Get the ball into Cameron Bailey's hands.
Well, at this point in the game, when you're trailing by 6, you are on the road. Wilson has got to do whatever they can to keep it close. There's still plenty of time in the game.
Yeah.
4 minutes and change left to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 East.
And Bailey is the biggest man on the field. I would send him deep and put an alley-oop type pass for him as well. They get a lot of options with him out here at wide receiver.
Kenny Smiley, shotgun, looking for a receiver, finds it. Bailey twists, turns. First down near the 40-yard line. That's just a good play. That height and the ability to catch the ball.
And good hands. He has excellent hands. I was really impressed with him a week ago with how he went over the middle, and a lot of receivers do not like going over the middle, and he was able to make a lot of plays for them over the middle a week ago. So watch out, fans. Keep an eye on 19.
Results in a first down, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. 3:37 left to go here in this first quarter. East leading 6-0. Wilson with the football. Smiley in the shotgun. He's looking, finds deep, goes high to Bailey. That's a little bit too high, too much air underneath it. East player is able to camp out underneath it and keep Bailey away from it.
Yeah, they got a little greedy on that one. It looked like they wanted to go deep. Made 2 nice short catches and tried to take them deep, and Wilson was not fooled at all. Number 21, Calvin Bain, he's going to have his hands full all day. Covering Cameron Bailey. He was in excellent position on that defensive play.
So Wilson, who did not attempt to pass in their first possession, already swing pass, screen pass, and has connected once with Bailey, and one has fallen incomplete. Shotgun, Smiley, Wildcats. Thought about handing it off. Smiley will roll out to the right side. He's looking for some room. He steps out near the first down marker, but actually the ref says that he stepped out a few yards ahead of that, so that'll set up a third down and about 4 yards.
Good decision by Smiley. There was nothing there. He saw the opening and picked up what he could.
3:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Wilson moving close to midfield.
Look for a short pass here to 19 to pick up the first down.
Although Kenny Smiley was able to scramble for that first down, saw an opening. Shotgun formation. They snap it right up the middle, and that East High defense was prepared for it. The D-line said, "You're not passing us."
No, not at all. That was a good play. Good defensive read by East. You could tell they studied Wilson quite well during the week.
So that'll set up 4th down and 4. Wilson wants to get it as far back as possible. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. As East prepared to receive here, leading 6-0 and trying to add. Seems as if there's more people here at Bicentennial Stadium than when the game first started. They'll let it bounce. It'll bounce all the way back and into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. They'll start at their 20-yard line.
East caught a nice break on that one. The two miscommunication by the two punt returners for East, and they were lucky that to get the ball to go into the end zone for a touchback.
So that'll result in a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for East High, who lead it 6-0 here early on. 2:31 left to go here in this first quarter. Very rapidly moving first quarter, I must say.
Yes, indeed.
Not a lot of stoppage of play.
Constant, a lot of action, which is what we expect of these two teams here.
So that'll put East back on offense. Michael Perkins, quarterback. And he will hand off straight up the middle. And the ball comes loose, and the refs will say that he was on the ground. So
Quentin No with a nice run.
So Quentin No ran up the middle, lost the football, but the ref said he was already down.
He took a nice hit. He took a pop.
Yeah, guy kind of got upended there for a little bit.
Yeah. You don't want to be airborne too often.
It's an 8-yard carry. That'll set up 2nd down and 8, just right around 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Perkins will hand off left side. He finds a man, and he'll try to get into the corner and out of bounds.
Nice.
And first down close to midfield. Another good run there. I tell you, Majors is really finding those corners, finding those little holes, and getting in for those quick slants.
Yeah. And notice on the replay, the wide receiver made an excellent block. He contained his blocker and was able to enable Majors to pick up additional yards. Look at that, beautiful block.
Majors knowing exactly where the sideline was, keeping the football in the right hand. Right up the middle, and close to midfield, right near, I'd say, the 47-yard line.
Quentin Knoll on the carry. Seems to be that fullback. He's running hard. He's a nice sized fullback.
So it has been Majors and Whitlock who have been getting the bulk of the carries here for East High. And you're seeing that a lot too. A lot of teams are going to not just 2 backs, but 3 backs at times.
Yes, indeed. Different styles of runners, which makes it really difficult to contain.
This is Whitlock, their home run hitter. He tries to go right side. East can't get to him. He gets the first down and out of bounds.
Oh,
it looked like that was going to be a no yards. And I tell you, he's faster than he looks.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's very quick. He shook someone at the line there, which was unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, he shook the cornerback and turned the corner on him, was able to turn the corner on him, and he has some moves.
Played extremely well this past summer. Rated as one of the best running backs in the area. Whitlock, once again, back up the middle. And close to a first down. I tell you, even when he gets hit, he still is moving forward.
Yes, he is. He has that momentum. He has a quick burst. And that, once again, comes from that track and field experience with him, because I think he's definitely he's well on his way. He's going to probably go Division I, most likely in track, or he could even move into football as well.
About 30 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. East with the football and moving it. They'll get one more snap in before the end of the first quarter. That's right up the middle, and it's a keeper. That's just a nice play there by Perkins. And they get the first down and more. That'll stop the clock. First down for
I tell you, the East offensive coordinator for East is doing an outstanding job of play calling. He's really mixing it up, and he's keeping Wilson off balance. Look like we have an equipment problem. Player has a helmet issue. Slowing the game down.
It looks like it's the quarterback Perkins. He's just going to let the time run out here, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, the East High Orientals with a 6-0 lead over the Wilson Wildcats. Still plenty of football to play here. We are live, broadcasting this game live on RCTV. Thank you for being a part of today's broadcast.
Yes.
I can hear you. It's a lot better on this shit. Yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, it sounded like there was a... yeah, it's better than the last one.
We're back here live at Bicentennial Stadium. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you as East High has a 6-0 lead as we get ready to start the second quarter here. What we saw first out of East High is they can run the football. They can pass when needed, but they haven't really needed to. They've been running the football pretty effectively. 3 running backs getting the tote of the offense for East.
Yes, indeed. And the offensive coordinator continues to mix it up, doing an outstanding job of keeping Wilson off balance so far.
Meanwhile, Wilson finding themselves in a situation where they can't get their offense going. There's Burlock along the right side. Gets able to get by one more defender before he's tackled down to the ground.
Flag on the play.
And Brian Whitlock has been playing extremely well pending the flag here.
Might be a face mask on the tackle.
We'll see what happens here as Whitlock takes it on the right side. And once he gets around that corner, that speed is very deceptive. Here's a defender. He loses him, still twisting forward.
Yeah.
Still going towards the goal line.
Yes, and Tariq, he was fourth in the nation in the 100 meters at the Nike track and field meet back in Los Angeles, California, back in the spring.
That hold helps East High School and hurts Wilson. They'll be pushed back a few more yards now as East High has got their running game going. Perkins under center. A few minutes into the second quarter. Whitlock gets through the hole, but a few Wilson players waiting for him there. A couple of arm tackles, going straight at the legs, trying to slow him down a bit.
That's all they could get a hold of, because guys, he's really coming through the hole. He has a burst.
Well, the one thing you could say about Whitlock, and a lot of the running backs that have played today, they're using their arms, their off arm, their stiff arm, not allowing the first defender to take them down, and that's giving them the extra yards they need to get those first downs. Right back up the middle. This time, Whitlock has no place to go. Wilson was well prepared on that play.
Definitely. He seems to do his best going to the outside. He's more of an outside slashing.
We'll take a look at the replay here just to get an idea of how good Wilson's defense was prepared for this one. Right up the middle, there's just no place to go.
Nowhere to go.
Good tackle there by Reggie King and company.
Be a good time for a pass play action.
Third down and 5. 10:40 left to go here in the first half. East up by 6 with possession of the football. Here it comes rolling out Perkins to the right. Gets by one defender barely, but can't get by the rest of the company. Bailey basically made the solo tackle there.
Yes, indeed. Nice tackle.
So you'll get to see this here. Here Perkins takes it, bootleg right around. I think I'm going to run. Oh, wait, Bailey's there. Oh, can't get by him.
Not at all.
So that'll set up 4th down and 5.
Looks like the field goal.
And looks like the field goal team. A little bit of confusion on East High's part as to what they're going to do. It looks like they are going to go for the field goal. So Quentin Knoll.
Okay. Well, Quentin Knoll made one against Marshall earlier in the season.
He'll kick it, and I'm not sure if that went through. Nope, it did not. No. So Low line drive does not result in 3 points for East, so that's where Wilson will have it with a lot of work to do.
Yes, indeed, and they were fortunate because East had a lot of confusion on their, who was going to be on the field, on the special teams, and I think that kind of threw off the rhythm, and they had to rush the snap. And
9:48 left to go here in the first half. East with the lead 6-0 had an opportunity marching down the field, ending the first quarter into the second quarter, put some more points on the board, just couldn't get it done in the red zone. So you got to credit Wilson's defense for playing extremely tough when they needed to.
I think we're going to see if they're going to spread the field again. Looks like Wilson's coming out with a more of a spread offense once again.
Bailey deep along the right side. Smiley under center.
A slant pattern would work nicely.
They hand it off. That'll go straight up the middle for a few positive yards there. That's going to be Jamie George.
So he was a little hesitant going into the hole there. It looked like it wasn't much, but he tried to make something out of nothing. It looked like he picked up 1 yard.
Yep, only 1 yard. So I'll set up 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line. From the 21-yard line. 9:20 left to go here in this first half. Smiley marking out the plays. He's set. Up, and there's going to be some movement on the line there. They're going to whistle that one dead.
Encroachment at the East defensive end was in the neutral zone. So it looked like it could be 5-yard penalty on East.
So East will take the penalty, and that will move the football up to around the 26-yard line. That'll set up 2nd down and 4 from the 26. 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you live, RCTV. Thank you for joining us for this perfect football weather day. Shotgun. Smiley rolls out right side, goes high, goes deep, end over end, and too much air.
Too much.
Not able to hook up. And it was just, it's a long pass. I mean, that was the design of the play was to go high and give the receiver time to get underneath, to camp out and make the catch. He beat the defenders. Here you'll see on the replay, Smiley, just a little bit too much air.
Everything went well except for the throw. Just too much air.
Just a little too much air.
Just a little too much there.
So that'll send up 3rd down and 4 from the 26-yard line. Deep in Wilson territory. Wilson's going to need to convert here. 3. Smiley gives it up Bailey. Bailey one-on-one, makes his move. Close to a 1st down,
I think
he's over.
He just picked it up. I think he made it.
So that'll set up 1st down and 10. And you talked about it before. Bailey is their big-time receiver.
Yes, indeed. They have to find ways to get the ball into his hands more often. Soften up that East High defense.
8:22 left to go here in the first half. East with a 6-0 lead. Wilson trying to get their offense going. Smiley under center. Who's in motion? Hands off, left side, trying to go straight up the middle. And that sort of wishbone T offense for Wilson, getting chunks of yards here and there.
Yeah, it was good. It was good line play by Wilson. Everyone came out fired off the ball and opened up a nice running lane for the running back. That's what happens when you start making some plays, and now they're getting comfortable. They're getting comfortable with their offensive schemes.
7:39 left to go here in the first half. 6-0 lead East. Wilson with the football. Smiley under center. Tosses right side. Trying to find some moves. He gets some space in between, over the 40-yard line and near the 45.
Beautiful run.
That will be a 1st down and 10 from there for Wilson.
I don't know if we have a replay on that or not, but Cameron Bailey just demolished Jacqueline Majors. If you watch at the top of the screen, watch this block. This block here. Boy, this was a heck of a block, number 19. You can't see it, but he helped open that outside for him.
So Jamie George with the first down and around the 45-yard line. That'll set up 1st and 10. 7:05 left to go here in the first half. Smiley under center. Pitch again to George. Right up the middle. Twist turns up over the 50-yard line. And another good gain for Jamie George.
Yeah, I see number 4 had to come off the field for East to regain his composure because he was, I tell you, that was one of the hardest hits I've seen so far this season in high school football.
6-yard gain for George. That'll set up 2nd down and 4 from the 49-yard line. Wilson now in East territory.
And then you can tell how they come into the line of scrimmage, Tariq. They have a bounce. They feeling they're getting more and more confidence.
The momentum starting to shift here. Let's see if they can get it in. Right to George again, up the middle.
1st down run.
And that is another 1st down run for Jamie George. And Wilson, slow and steady, winning the race here. Chunks of yards here and there. So it is a 1st down and 10 from...
I believe East called timeout. I believe a timeout was called. Yes, timeout by East.
So East will think about it here on defense as defensive coach Sean Banks not happy with what's going on right now.
No, it can't be, because they're starting to really push Wilson defenders off the line of scrimmage.
In this time, we'll take a break here. 6-0 lead for East over Wilson. 6:20 left to go here in the first half. You're watching the high school football game of the week, Section 5, here on RCTV.
It's never too soon to start thinking about college, or to encourage someone special to set their sights on the future. Every child is full of potential, so let them know that they have options for achieving their dreams. College opens the door to a life full of opportunities. Become a part of our college-going culture. Consider college as a choice for your future and the future of those you care about.
The Board of Education non-teaching employees, members of Bente, Local 2419, are the support staff that support students. Nearly 1,500 employees providing the care and basic necessities for your children in the Rochester City School District every day. Services that ensure your child has a proper environment in which to learn. We are the first and the last people your children see throughout their school day. We care about your kids. The Board of Education non-teaching employees.
Why choose City Schools? Because of the many opportunities.
Jamie George picked up about a good 7 yards.
And Jamie George is doing a fantastic job of moving the offense for East High. For Wilson. East High's defense needing a timeout there. They've basically been playing very well. But defensive coach Sean Banks was like, hey, listen, you know what? It's not time to get a little tired. Handoff once again. George up the middle.
He moved that pile.
And he continues to do so. That's another 1st down for George. So 5:41 left to go here in the first half. 6-0 lead for East High. Wilson with the football, rushing to the line. They got a purpose now. You said it, George. They're playing extremely well, and they're moving with a purpose right now. Smiley under center, swing pass, or the toss right up to the left side, the corner. Nice block there by Bailey. Able to pick up some yards as the gang tackling for East does a good job of riding the play out of bounds. So it's they're playing very, very well right now with a purpose.
Yes, and Cameron Bailey, I'm really impressed with. Can't say enough about him. He's really even putting out a lot of blocks. His blocking skills are pretty good. That was a nice little block there. He didn't hit the guy in the back. He just chipped him enough for his back to turn the corner.
5:19 left to go here in the first half. Wilson with possession of the football for most of this second quarter, slowly moving the ball. Pitch out to George. George, right side. There's a number of flags everywhere.
Wow.
So a good run could be coming back here depending on the penalty.
Yeah.
And East is saying it's on Wilson.
Must be a legal procedure. Maybe not enough men on the line because they were, hold. Oh, we got a hold in there. Okay, there we go. holding on Wilson.
So Wilson, who had been very effective with their offensive line, penalized there for the holding play, so that'll push them back again. Slows down their momentum as well.
Definitely. No wonder that lane was so wide open.
Well, George has been playing well, so he could actually do a run like that without a hold, but in this particular possession or play, he had the benefit of a hold.
He sure did.
So that pushes him back. That'll set up a second down around
19
20.
yards.
Yeah, I was about to say 20 yards, but 19 officially at the 41-yard line. Pitch out, right side. If he makes the corner, he's got some room. He can't make the corner. East defense is just all over the field right now. And Tyshawn Morrell was not able to turn that corner to get positive yards.
Yeah, he took good effort, though, trying to turn that corner. But now, due to the penalty, Wilson now has to go into a passing. Now, I'm surprised they didn't pass the ball on that second down. Now it's 3rd and 16. They really should look for number 19, possibly a screen pass, and take it with a screen play. Something safe that can keep them moving with positive yardage.
That holding play really coming back to haunt Wilson here.
Yes.
And it's going to be a timeout.
East once again with a
And
timeout.
East will think about it for a moment. In this timeout, we'll remind you of this. Where's my papers fall? Looking for great news about the Rochester City School District, we'll check out the district's award-winning news magazine program, Students First. Students First offers a community of vital news about the Rochester City School District. Students First also has important dates for parents, as well as special features that bring you into real Rochester classrooms. Students First is produced by students for students, and it can be seen on RCTV Channel 15 on Mondays from 4 to 6, Tuesdays from 2 to 6, and as well on Fridays from 4 to 6. Students First can also be seen on City 12 on Mondays at 1 and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Tune in and watch the great things that are taking place in the city schools.
Yeah, awful lot of good things going on in the schools.
Yeah. A lot of great stories. Sometimes at a fault they're not publicized enough.
No, they're not.
So definitely a show to catch up on if you're interested in finding out what's going on in Rochester City schools. 4:25 left to go here in this first half. East with a 6-0 lead. Wilson 3rd and 16 as Smiley looks back to pass. He's pressured. He's trying to throw, and he's just going to walk out of bounds. He's got no one to get it to.
No.
So that'll set up a 4th down and a punting situation for Wilson.
Calvin Bain, defensive back for East, played Cameron Bailey quite well on that play. Forced him to the outside and didn't give him an opportunity to get to the inside of the field. And that kind of negated Smiley from throwing the ball down the field. Look like they may go for it.
So Wilson will think about it for a moment. Let's go to the replay, and we'll show you exactly what they were trying to do. Of course, Smiley just looking for his receiver, obviously looking for Bailey, but just couldn't find the time to set and throw it deep. Back to live action, 4:18 left to go here in this first half. 4th down and 21.
Oh, throw it. Oh,
And he gets
he's messing around.
caught in the middle there is Smiley. He goes down, and that'll be a conversion. So East High will have 4:10 left to go on offense to get something done there, as Wilson could not convert on the 4th and long.
Big mistake by Smiley. It's 4th and long. You got to get rid of the ball. He sidestepped the first blocker. His idea should have been to move to the outside so that he could see down the field and give himself more time to find an open receiver.
Smiley, in the times he has passed the ball, has looked good rolling with the football and throwing on the run. Nevertheless, it is 1st and 10, 44-yard line for East High. They have a 6-0 lead here. 4:10 left to go here in the first half. And now Wilson will take a timeout.
Okay.
So the Wildcats will think about what to do here in the final few minutes. If you're Wilson at this point, you haven't let East open up the game on you. You still are within striking distance. Still plenty of time, an entire second half to go here, but this is the portion of the game with 4:10 left to go where you don't want to send East into the locker room at halftime with any momentum.
That's correct. This could be a very crucial point in the game, as you just stated. If Wilson could get a 3 and out and then go into their own 2-minute drill and move the ball down the field, they could get themselves into field goal range or even have an opportunity to tie the game up before they even go into halftime.
4:10 left to go. East getting their final instructions. Wilson set to go here. Homecoming here at East High School. So far, the East High faithful very happy with the lead of 6-0.
And they came out. Boy, it's packed in here today, too, Tariq. A lot of fans came out for the game for homecoming weekend. This is beautiful.
And a nice representation from Wilson as well for this road game. The snap up the middle, left side, now over to the right. And now it's a good run there. That's over the 40-yard line for the 45 and into Wilson territory. So the timeout beneficial for East, not for Wilson, as it is a huge run there.
Yes.
By Majors.
Majors saw the hole and
look at him, left side. Oh, I got to go to the right side here. I see a lot of daylight.
A lot of daylight.
Twisting, turning, up over the 50, 40-yard line, down to the 39. 1st and 10 from there. Majors with it again, left side this time, and positive yards once again as East High continues that machine of running the football.
Yeah, they're running the ball very hard. It looked like Wilson is guessing, trying to shoot the gaps now. And in the last 2 plays, they shot the gaps and just guessed which hole incorrectly, and Majors went to the next hole and it was wide open for him.
Number 4, Jaquan Majors, sort of limping there. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's put on quite an impressive show this afternoon. Perkins under center, hands off. Oh, fakes it. He goes over to the right side. He's going to run it himself. Positive yards and then out of bounds. He was pushed out as he was heading out. No flag on the play. But it will result in a first down, or at least close to one.
Nice ball handling there. Nice fake.
Let's go to the replay there. Perkins, nice fake there. I honestly thought Majors had the football. Rolled with it, right side, found the sideline, pushed out of bounds.
Nice hustle there.
So it is a first down and 10 from the 23-yard line. 3:08 left to go here in the first half. Perkins under center. He pitches it out, left side, Majors. Majors slips and falls. He had at least 2 guys to beat.
I think he got a little excited there. It was such a big opening there. He didn't decide which way he wanted to go, and all of a sudden his feet slipped right out from under him.
That was more of a ground tackle, you're right.
Yeah.
He had 2 people to beat, and he was like, well, which one do I want to split here?
Right.
The next thing you know, he ends up on the ground and they touch him. Nevertheless, 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. 2:35 left to go here in this first half. 6-0 lead for the Orientals. Pitch out, right side.
Here come Whitlock.
That's Whitlock again. He finds that corner, gets out of bounds.
Boy, they got a good combination of runners. East really, they really hit you with different styles of runners here. And we have a flag on the play.
And we'll wait and see what this is. And it is on East.
On East.
Holding play. So it's a block into the back for East. And that will be the penalty, and that'll push them back a bit. So all the positive offense we've seen thus far from East has been pushing them forward. There's one play there and a block in the back. It's going to push them back a little bit.
Definitely moving it back.
2:23 left to go here in the first half. East with a 6-0 lead, trying to get a few more points in here before the end of the first half. That's a heavy penalty there.
Yeah, that is a heavy penalty. Definitely a heavy penalty there.
About a 15-yard penalty, so I'll set up about 2nd down and about 14-15 to go.
Okay, they got Whitlock going right up the middle on that play.
Whitlock.
Maybe 2 yards, if that.
Wilson's defense basically clamping down on him.
Yeah, he's definitely more of an outside slashing type back. He's not an up the middle, grinded out type guy. Number 8, Number 8 is a guy looks like Quentin Noel looked like who they could use for that type of running.
It's 2 receivers split left. There goes Perkins looking for a receiver. He's going to run with it, though.
Oh.
Loses one defender. Stiff arm, out of bounds, rides him out, and that's going to be a penalty. That's a bad play.
Very
That's a
bad
tough
play.
one.
Very bad play. Coach, I think Coach going to have a word with Tyshawn Murrow about that, because that was, I mean, it's second and almost 15 yards, and you push him out. You push him all the way to the track. Oh my goodness! You just gave them a first down.
Not only that, but an extremely good field position
Yeah.
as they were going in.
And with a minute 37 left, Wilson could have gotten the ball back and went downfield.
Here's the play there. Perkins goes out of bounds, stiff
out of
arm,
bounds
and that
now.
was just an angry play. That was a, I don't like being stiff armed and,
Yeah.
just making sure the quarterback was out of bounds. And
No,
you're going to have that. You're going to have
Yeah.
that with young people. They're going to make plays that you're just like, no.
Right.
But it's a human thing.
Well, you see it. You're right. You see it with the pros too. You see it with
Yes.
everybody. He didn't like the stiff arm, like you just mentioned, and he just boom retaliated on that same play.
Ego is everywhere. I
Yeah.
tell you, it doesn't matter if it's Pee Wee League, high school football, college, pro. Everybody's got one.
You got that right.
Perkins with the football, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. East with it and the lead, 6-0. 1:37 left to go. Rolls out, right side, has a man, catches it,
Nice
but his foot
play.
was down.
Yes, knee was
And-
down on the play. Nice. Perkins, I'm really impressed with his ball hand. He looks very mature and very capable quarterback for East. He's handling the ball. He's making the good fakes, and he's now making very nice throws as well.
Well, it's a good play there. Unfortunately, receiver and timeout will go towards.
The receiver
Wilson.
went down to one knee to catch the ball, so that automatically
That downs him there.
downs him right there.
So with 1:20 left to go here in the game, we've seen penalties sort of come up here in this second half, or I should say in this second quarter, that have hurt both teams.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, neither team has been able to capitalize on it. Right now, East is in the best position.
And that's
Second and 10, second and 3 from right around
The
around
11-yard
the
line.
6-yard line, yeah.
6-yard line. Sad to say that the play was the key play is going to be that 15-yard penalty that the unnecessary roughness really hurt. That play. Hopefully Wilson can stay strong and tall and hold them on this next down to force East into a 4th down field goal situation. Should be interesting here to see if East will continue to run the ball outside or will they try to go inside against Wilson's D.
1:20 left to go. Ball at around the 5-yard line. Second down and 3. East trying to get in for a score late here in the first half. Up the middle. Whitlock stood up.
Stood up. Nothing for
And
Woodlock.
Nothing there.
I tell you, I like number 8. When they go up the middle, number 8 seems to be the better back for that inside the tackle running. Whitlock is definitely your outside guy.
Yeah.
Because every time he seems to go up the middle, he gets stuffed.
No.
Under a minute to go. Can Wilson hold him? Look like East trying to run a quick play on Wilson.
Just under a minute.
3rd and 3. Let's see if they get him off.
Up the middle. Right side.
Oh.
Wilson.
Oh.
With a wall.
Beautiful
Set
tackle.
up.
Number 20.
That's just a good play.
Oh, Trevante Marshall. He came to play. That was a textbook
Trevante
tackle.
Marshall, it wasn't going to go any further than where he was. It's just a good play. 35 seconds left to go. We'll go on the replay here. Right side, right up the middle. And he just ran into a wall there. It's just a good play.
Yeah, he took him down by himself, and that's very impressive.
Jason Williams thought he had it.
Yeah,
And the clock continues to run.
East went with a quick count. That's
They're
right.
going to wait for the final ticks here. Maybe try to get one more playoff before the end of the first half. Not sure if I like this idea. It's 3rd down and 3. You could get 2 more plays in
Right.
if you were to run.
And their field goal try earlier was no good. I don't know if you want to go for a field goal on this play or.
I'd punch it in.
Yeah.
I'd punch it in. I mean, your running game has been very effective this entire game. That was a third down. That would be fourth down. So this would be the final play anyway.
Okay.
So that's why they waited for the clock to run down to 9 seconds, because this will probably be the last play of the first half.
And Wilson, this is a big play for Wilson. If they can get
guess,
out of here with the score 6-0 at the half, that'll be a momentum changer for them for the second half.
my guess would be give the ball and try to get something outside the tackles with Whitlock. Might use the speed to try to get to the corner.
Yeah, I agree. It's been working for him all game.
He does have the lone score in this game, 6-yard touchdown run.
Well, they have an extra back in there. 53 is in there, look like a blocking back, so it look like they might try to power it up the middle.
Everyone stacked on the line. Goal line stands for Wilson.
Oh,
rolling
bootleg.
out left side. There goes Perkins. He's trying to find the corner. Stiff arm. He puts it out there. Touchdown!
Oh, my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Perkins scores. 2 seconds left to go here in the first half.
He electrifies this crowd with a beautiful bootleg run that looked like he wasn't going to get there at first, but they turned on the that little additional speed and was able to beat the defender to the flag.
That's the speed in the corners. When you've got players that can run, like Whitlock, like Perkins, you know, you can get to those corners, and all you have to do is beat the angles there. So,
yeah.
3-yard touchdown run there by Michael Perkins has resulted in a 12-0 lead for East. They'll go for the 2-point conversion. Jump ball high. It is converted, and it is now a 14-0 lead for East.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
2.3 left to go here in the first half, and it looks like East High did exactly what they needed to do. Last time out, 2 seconds before the end of the first half, they get the play that they wanted. Quarterback able to bootleg out, scores on the left side, and it is a 14-0 lead, East over Wilson.
Beautiful play. You can't say.
We'll go to the replay now and see how Wilson did it.
Yes.
Or excuse me, see how East did it.
Beautiful fake. The fake was excellent once again.
Everybody bid on the fake. He had 2 defenders to beat. He beat the first one, and that's all he needed to do. Use the legs to get to the corner. Michael Perkins touchdown.
He's only a junior too, so they got another year with the young man.
So with 2 seconds left to go here in the first half, East has a 14-0 lead. They will kick off to Wilson. Wilson just trying to do what they can here with these 2.3 seconds left to go. A remarkable game thus far. East has been able to run the football all game long against Wilson. Some good defensive stands by Wilson, but not enough to stop the momentum of the Orientals. Nice hit there.
Yes, very
on
nice.
The kickback and return. It does not result in anything positive for Wilson other than to send the teams into the locker room with a bit of a juice into this crowd here. It is a 14-0 lead. East High School's homecoming. So far, so good.
And they have a band. Look at East. Looks like they're going to have a band, marching band, come out on the field. So this should be a nice homecoming halftime program.
14-0 Orientals over Wildcats. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you. Thank you for watching the high school football game of the week here on RCTV. We'll be right back.
Test 1, 2, 3. Live, of course, it is halftime. East High School leading Wilson 14-0. Tariq Spence here with the athletic director for the City School District, Carlos Caro. Hey, how you doing today?
Doing all right yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's great to see not only homecoming here at East, but homecoming throughout the city of Rochester. Great crowd on hand, and you guys are definitely improving when it comes to athletics with the City School District.
Yes, we are. Moving forward and holding our students as well as our coaches accountable to move us in the right direction as far as sports go.
Now, break down a bit about how it all works. There are a lot of schools in which they have to combine together to perform high school football programs. Cheerleading competitions have gotten a lot better. You guys are improving every single year with the way the school district is running its athletic program, right?
Yes. Currently, we've got 14 sports programs, not sports programs, but schools that house sports programs. Out of those 14, 3 of them are middle school programs. So Wilson Foundation has a 7 through 9 program. Northeast Northwest has a 7-8. Actually, that one's a grow out that's actually got 12th graders as well. But this year we'll only house JV programs within that grow out process. 58 schools, a new school that's actually growing out to become a high school. So they have 7th graders there, and then each year they'll grow out for an additional grade level, and then it'll have a high school program. Nathaniel Rochester is a K-8 building, which has a modified program, and then the rest of them are high school, have full-blown programs. Football, we've only got 5 football programs within the city, and those 5 football programs feed or have other schools. Those remaining 9 schools feed into those 5. The reason why we have that happening at this point, and we've had it's kind of been a process in the making, is because a lot of our currently a lot of our high schools grew out to high schools. Initially they were just middle schools. So we're just providing an opportunity for all students to have the opportunity to participate in football.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of great stories on how kids have to maybe commute to a school that's closer to them so that they can play on the high school football team or be a part of other programs as well. But it gives them an opportunity to participate. At least everybody's got an opportunity to participate in the athletic sport, i.e. whether it be football or maybe something else that they're interested in.
Correct. And the way that it breaks down for football, right now, East High School has Freddie Thomas as well as School of the Arts that feeds into their program. Wilson High School has School Without Walls that feeds into their program. Marshall has Charlotte that comes over. Edison has Monroe that goes over to theirs. And then Franklin has Northeast Northwest as well as Jefferson that feeds into their program. And what that's done is it's balanced out the programs as a whole. It's made it competitive. I mean, this game here today is a very competitive game. Both teams are coming in with great records, and I'm definitely going to see who comes out on the top for this game here. But it's kind of plateaued in the district level in regards to our sports, where each school has just the same opportunity as another to be competitive and work well within the program.
Well, it's a great opportunity for kids to be able to be a part of athletics, not only at the high school level, but beyond as well. You're doing a great job. Thank you for your time this morning, Carlos. Appreciate that. Right back with second half action coming up next. Here at Bicentennial Stadium, Tariq Spence with your halftime. East High leading over Wilson 14-0. We're here with athletic director Mike Burns. How you doing today, Mike?
Beautiful. Sunshine. It's not raining. It's not snowing. 1,000 people were having fun.
And an East High lead.
And a East High lead at halftime, absolutely, 14-0.
Talk a bit about the program here. You guys are doing a great job, not only in football, basketball, all the way through with your athletic department.
Well, this is my first year at East High School. I was at Jefferson for the last 20, the last 10 as the athletic director there. And coming over here, you hear about all the tradition of East High School and the purple and gold, and you hear about it. But until you get here, you have no idea. People are walking down the hall from the first day of school. They can't wait for homecoming. What's happening today? We've got almost 50 teams, which is the most of any in the city school district, the most teams, and just The building embraces it, the staff, the students. It's been a wonderful experience so far.
You know, it's interesting. I got a chance to meet some of the players early on this week. They're very excited, not only that it was homecoming, but the fact that, you know, everybody really gets into it. You see across the stands, a lot of people wearing purple today, some people who were wearing purple yesterday, you know, getting into the spirit of not only just homecoming, but it's tradition here at East High.
And tradition is huge. We had our pep rally out here yesterday. The weather cooperated from 12:30 to 2, almost 2,000 kids out here with all the staff, and we crowned our homecoming king and queen and all the teams from the modified level right up to the varsity football. It was fun, and it did not rain, which made everybody really happy.
Well, one of the great things about it is that, you know, you get to see it. Families are out here today, this afternoon, enjoying the game. Of course, East leading right now 14-0, so they have a lot to cheer about. We'll see what happens in the second half. But, you know, as far as athletic programs go, you guys have been really very competitive, everything that you guys do, whether it be women's cheerleading, whether it be high school football, basketball. You guys are always in the mix of it all. I know this is your first year, but I'm sure you're trying to continue that tradition here at East.
Well, if you walk down the athletic complex, there's these big, long trophy cases that have just got all those names from forever. And my first day here, first couple days here, I'm just looking at all the names and I go, I remember, oh yeah, I heard about him, you know, and it's, speaking of this yesterday in the pep rally, there was so much blue and gold in the building, much less at the pep staff, everybody wearing something. It's kind of overwhelming at first, and it was for me to come over here and try to catch up. I mean, I've only been here since July and the beginning of this year, and it's just been tremendous. Everybody wants to be part of the program, helping out with the games. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, we wish you luck, the best of the rest of the year and your time here at East.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
We'll be back with second half action coming up next.
The Board of Education non-teaching employees, members of Bente, Local 2419, are the support staff that support students. Nearly 1,500 employees providing the care and basic necessities for your children in the Rochester City School District every day. Services that ensure your child has a proper environment in which to learn. We are the first and the last people your children see throughout their school day. The Board of Education non-teaching employees.
Why choose city schools? Because of the many opportunities that are available. High school really taught me the value of working together, and taking honors classes helped me prepare for college and the working world. From sports and yearbook to math club and volunteer opportunities, I learned to work with others and to give back to my community, just like I'm doing today. So make the right choice. Choose Rochester City Schools. I did.
Less than 2 minutes. Get ready to start the second half.
Yes, indeed. To the halftime program, while you were off doing the interviews, the crowd was enjoying the Wilson marching band, which is known as the Mighty Liberators of Wilson Magnet High School. They put on an outstanding performance.
You know, we were both talking about the expansion of the city school district and the programs that are now available to young people to be a part of. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, a lot of people say, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that. There's plenty of room to join football teams or baseball teams or football programs. There's there are a number of kids on the team, but you can get a few more on here. So, I mean, you know, there are plenty of opportunities if you're a young person that wants to play, or maybe you know someone who goes to the city and say, hey, you know, why don't you try out for football? Encourage them to come out because, you know, there are spots available and everyone can have fun and enjoy this atmosphere. You know, and there's an expansion of improving every form of athletic ability that is out here for our young people. For the young girls basketball, but yet there's cheerleading. For the boys, there's football, there's baseball, there's basketball, you know, and that's ever improving. So, you know, if you know someone in the district, if you are a young person maybe watching this football game and you thought about it for a minute, give it a shot. Give it, you know, go out there and enjoy. Even if it's just a marching band, you like instruments, give it a shot. Go have some fun.
Yes, indeed, because the marching band, they sure were having fun out there.
Yeah. Yeah, gets that you know, that college football feel to it. You
Absolutely,
know,
absolutely.
High school football feel to it.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they were right on point. Very good performance.
14-0 lead for East. Wilson will kick off, low line drive, fielded there off of the helmet of one of these players. They'll just fall on it there. Yeah. Smart move.
Very smart move.
You don't want to pick it up and try and run with it. Wilson was right on the heels of the football.
Especially after taking it in at the half, taking the lead, and I mean increasing their lead to 14-0. That really, you don't want to make a turnover right away to start the second half.
In case you're wondering how we got to this point, as we start the second half, first quarter 6-yard touchdown run by Ryan Whitlock. That made it 6-0. East could not convert on the 2-point conversion. Second time they scored, just under a minute, or actually under 10 seconds left to go in the first.
Oh, nice tackle there by number 5. Marcus Young came up, made the play.
Just under about 10 seconds left to go before the end of the first half. It was Michael Perkins with a 3-yard touchdown run, the quarterback sneaking it into the corner. That made it 12-0. East converted on the 2-point conversion, which brings us to 14-0 East. 11:30 left to go here in this third quarter. We're just underway here. East with the football, scoring late in the second quarter, now with the football here in the third. Second down and 8.
Oh.
Right up the middle. Spinning, turning, getting close to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Quentin Noho, that's what I thought was going to get it back near the goal line before the end of the first half. He's a very good bruising back. He loves running in between the tackles. East has a very diverse backfield. They have the sprinter, they have the straight ahead, and then they have the slashing back. So they have a very good mix for East.
Sort of a 3-course meal of running that football. You never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Right up the middle and stop there. Wilson's defense in the backfield. Never a good thing when the defensive players are in the background. Major, no place to go.
Nowhere to go. I like Wilson's tackling. They're sure when they do get their arms around you, they bring you down.
Gerard Scott in for the tackle for Wilson. That'll set up 4th down and 4. East wants no part of this. They'll punt it away.
Yeah, this is big for Wilson. Wilson has to. This was big that they came out, stopped them on the first drive of the second half, and now they have to get the ball and now make something happen.
Back to receiver is Cameron Bailey.
He is Mr. Make Something Happen, too.
Noel will kick it off for East. He gets it, kicks it away. Bailey lets it bounce, and he'll back away from it. East will down it there. And that's where Wilson will take possession here. 9:55 left to go here, third quarter. Wilson able to stop East on their first possession here in the start of the third quarter. And it is now Wilson's turn on offense to try and get something going.
Definitely. That was a smart move by the punter, Quentin Noho, to kick away from Bailey. He didn't want a big play to happen on the punt. Wilson needs to go to a spread offense in this second half. I would move away from that wing formation and just open the field up because they have some quick players on their team as well.
Right now, Kenny Smiley, the quarterback under center. He gives it off right over to the left side, breaks a few tackles, and taking some players with him. That's just a good run.
Very good run.
That is Tyshawn Morrell, and he gets over the first down marker.
Tyshawn made something out of nothing. He sure did. Made something out of nothing. And plus, he has to make up for for that personal foul call that allowed the drive to continue at the end of the first half. So
Look at the
hopefully
replay here.
he'll keep it going.
For Rommel, as he just basically almost broke through the last tackle, and he'd been able to do that. Nothing but him and real estate for the touchdown. Right side toss. Morrell once again stood up as he twists and turns for a few yards.
You know, Tyreek, I'm never a fan of running the same play, successful play, right together, back to back. That should be a fake to the young man, and then either put it in the air or put it in the hands of someone else. Just to break that, so that because they can key on them, you can then give it to someone else, and hey, they could break free and for a big gain as well.
Wilson Wildcats have done that a few times in this game. At one point, they ran the same play 3 times. Jamie George getting positive yardage on all 3 plays.
Yeah.
Once again, George with it up the middle, trying to dance around, finding a hole, couldn't do it. He is tackled. He gained a few yards, but that'll set up around 3rd down at about 5 or 6.
See, East is undersized on defense, and they're trying to punish him now. Wilson trying to just take it right up the gut, going right up the middle, and they've been successful so far.
3rd down and 5, 8:30 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wilson with the football, trailing 14-0. East with the lead. Smiley under center. Fakes giving it to George, right up the gut. East waiting for it and tackled for a loss. There was nothing
there.
Nothing there.
And that's what I mean by running the same play over and over again. You've had success up the gut. East changed up and neutralized that play. So you got to come up with another play, which to me should have been a pass play.
Let's go to the replay here. Handoff up the middle, just a wall, and then met what Gary tackling East. Good job. And continuing with the play. Remember, you can't stop until you hear a whistle.
That's right.
If you stop and you think the play is dead, that's when something can break on you. The kick is away on the 4th down and 4. High end over end kick, fielded there, and it'll be 1st and 10 for East High.
I think Wilson let East off the hook there. They were driving. That should have been more of a pass play or a play to the outside, because they had already been successful up the middle. It was time to fake the middle and go down the field to number 19, Cameron Bailey, or go to the outside and turn that corner.
John Wood on the reception. Smart play for the fair catch. He saw a lot of hang time, a lot of players around him. Just wanted to camp out underneath it and make the play.
Yes, indeed. Now Wilson has to come up with another big stop.
Defense so far stopping East on their first possession. This time left side up over the 35-yard line, down near the 40-yard line.
Yes. Brian Whitlock in there picked up a good 6 yards on the carry.
It has been a steady dose of Whitlock and company all day. Noel has also been in there, so has.
But the key is East is mixing up their plays.
Jaquan Major.
They're doing a lot of good mixing up of their plays, going outside, inside, and it's a well-balanced offense.
Up the middle, stop there, pushed back and down. Wilson's defense is now smelling out East's running game. And Wilson preparing very well for the running game, saying, hey, listen, you have to go to the air to get things going here in the second half.
They put a stop to the play there. Now watch if East, have a feeling East is probably going to bounce it back to the outside, because that's where their success has been all day. 3rd and 4, good time to go to the outside.
38-yard line.
Mr. Whitlock, I think we'll get this one.
6:20 left to go here in the 3rd. East with the lead.
Oh, nice fake.
There goes Perkins off to the right side, tackled, but he's able to get the 1st down and more. And that's just a good play. He's looking to try and find someone, rolls right out to his right, doesn't hesitate, doesn't have who he wants to throw the football to, sees the lane and goes for it.
Yeah, very nice play. And once again, going to that outside. They're mixing up their plays. Took it to the outside for the 1st down.
Michael Perkins scored late in that 2nd quarter for halftime to give the Orientals the 14-0 lead. Ball handed up the middle, bouncing off a few players, trying to get space. Can't do it. Majors ran into a wall. Looked like he was stopped for little to no gain, bounces off that wall, continues to keep the legs moving. You'll see it here on the replay. He runs right into a wall. You're thinking he stopped there, but nope, he twists, turns, gets a few positive yardage, and what was 1st and 10 is now 2nd and 2.
Excellent pickup by Majors. Found a little hole, You got to bring him down.
Didn't give up on the play.
No, not at
Talk
all.
about it all the time. Play to the whistle. Handoff, fake over to the left side. There goes Perkins if he can get to the outside. Nope, he's tackled for a
nice
huge
play.
loss. Good play there by Wilson.
Hassan Robinson. He played that one perfectly.
Hassan Robinson had his eyes on Michael Perkins the whole time. You'll see here on the replay, Perkins rolling out to his left with all intentions of running.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness. That's a good play. And kids, I hope people watching, that's how you make a tackle. The man wrapped him up. He didn't come use his head and try to use his helmet. He made a safe, nice tackle by using your arms like you're taught. Both these teams, I can tell, are well coached because they both are tackling very well.
Playing extremely well.
The way you should play the game.
Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. 14-0 lead East over Wilson. East in the purple and gold uniforms, Wilson in the black and white uniforms. We're here at midfield. Perkins looking back.
Screen pass.
Screen set up. He finds a receiver, but he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and that's just good pursuit by Wilson.
Yeah, they didn't overreact. They kept a couple people back and made a nice play for another loss. 2 consecutive losses. So Wilson now is will get the ball back.
So East High, who had a very easy time running the football here in the first half, is running into trouble here in the second half. You see Perkins here. A lot of pressure on him. Screen set up perfectly. Unfortunately, Wilson was already in the backfield.
Yeah. That's the type of play they may come back later and try it with Whitlock, a faster back.
No, the punted away for East. He punts it high, end over end. Bailey looks for it, gets it, trying to make a man miss, slips on the turf and goes down. And Bailey's upset with himself because he thought for a second if he had his foot underneath him, he'd be able to break something there.
Yeah, he had some real estate ahead of him too. Just couldn't get past the first defender.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from there. 3:43 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. East with a 14-0 lead. Wilson playing well in the first half. They moved the ball in chunks, but not able to get on the scoreboard.
Right, that's all they're missing is that score. They got to get the pay dirt in this drive, really, to get this game, get back in the game.
1st and 10, 20-yard line. That ball is given up the middle, positive yardage, moves the pile.
Yeah, that was a nice run by number 34. Number 34 is Herman Castleberry. Matter of fact, he ran the ball a lot last week. I was impressed with his running style. He's a straight-ahead, hard-nosed rusher.
Senior fullback for Wilson. That'll set up 2nd down and 4 from the 26-yard line. Handoff, left side, and East is prepared for it.
Yeah, he has to go to the air. I'm really surprised that the coach is keeping this ball on the ground. He needs to come with a play-action pass and get the ball, or a screen pass, to get it in the hands of number 19, or even one of his other receivers. Wilson got to get this ball moving. They're not going to be able to run the ball all the way down the field against this East defense.
3rd down and 4, 2:45 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Rapidly moving 4th quarter to the benefit of East and not Wilson here as they trail by 14.
They're in a running formation again.
They give it to George. George, right side, runs into a few tacklers. East won't let him go. They stand him up. Whistle is blown, and that's where the play will die.
Yeah, you think Wilson's playing like they're winning this game. They got to put the ball in the air and spread the field. They cannot be bunched up like they've been on this drive here. They got to spread the field and get that ball out to number 19.
You'll see the replay here as the pitch goes to George, right side. Just no place to go. The blocking, not good enough for George to elude past the first tackler, but there's 3 people there. So if the first one doesn't get you, the second or third one will. Punt away, Wilson, line drive punt. That will bounce. It hit a Wilson player.
Yeah, I think the ball will be marked at the 42 where it hit that Wilson player.
Nope, they down it there, so the ref may have missed that.
He threw something down think he saw it. I think the ball should be at the 42, where he first made contact with the ball.
That ref is now going to it now.
There you go.
Saying that that's where the ball is going to be spotted. So he put the ball down there. But
Good
as
call.
we said before, the ball hit the Wilson player at around the 42-yard line.
Good call by the ref. The ref's been doing a fine job today with this contest. But I still can't understand why Wilson used most of the third quarter to run the ball, and they're behind 14-0.
1:49 left to go here in the third quarter. East with a 14-point lead, 14-0. Pass, Perkins going deep, right side, has a receiver. He's got him. Stiff arm. If he gets him loose, he could go in. It's one-on-one, trying to get his leg free. Oh, he does! Into the end zone! Oh, they mark him down! Right there, you talk about a one-on-one battle. John Wood, just him and the defender alone in space. And it was, get off of my foot! You'll see it on the replay.
Beautiful play there. Perkins is a good ball handler at quarterback, and he put enough air in the ball so that it would float to his receiver.
You'll see the replay here. Here's Wood one-on-one with the defender. Now it's just the two of them. Stiff arm there. Wood refuses to go down. They continue to fight. Wood will continue. Get off of my foot. Free me. He gets free and is tackled right near the end zone. Ball up the middle, in for the touchdown.
Whitlock
gets another one. And East capitalizes on it.
Wow.
On the big connection there from Perkins to Wood. We'll go to the replay to see the touchdown. But it's basically a handoff right up the middle there to
no
Whitlock.
problem.
And that's an easy 2-yard touchdown.
Well, Wilson's really in the hole now. They really gonna have to open this offense up.
And they are going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Perkins, corner, finds his man,
nice.
touchdown.
Nice.
Put 2 more on the board, and it'll be a 22-0 lead for East High. 1:19 left to go here in the third quarter, and East has broken it open.
Yes, they have, and Perkins is really the man making it happen. Beautiful fakes, and like I said, on the deep pass, that was very nice pass. He hung it up just enough for his man to run under it, and then he broke a tackle and took it all the way down to the 2. And then next thing you know, next play, Whitlock just goes right on in from 2 yards out. Bam, there you are with a touchdown. Extra conversion. Once again, Perkins made the fake. Lofted the ball over the defender's head into the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Reggie King with the reception for the 2-point conversion, and East High has a 22-0 lead over Wilson at this point in the game. You know, Wilson fighting hard defensively to try and stop East.
They
came
did
out
well.
twice.
They did well and held
stopped them offensively. Third time just was not enough defensively, and the big play from Perkins to Wood sets up the 2-yard touchdown run.
And that's the kind of plays I thought Wilson was going to come out and attempt in the third quarter. It looked like the roles were kind of reversed here. East saw that their running game was only doing so much, which has been successful, but they faked the run, caught the defender looking in the backfield, and threw the deep ball that set them up for the score.
1:19 left to go here in the third quarter. Line drive kickoff. Wilson's got it, 30-yard line, 40, and upended there at around the 35-yard line, and he sails to the 40.
Yes.
That was just a good defensive play.
Quentin O with the tackle. He's not only a hard-nosed running back, but he's a good tackler there.
As you can see here, Noel, who kicked off the ball, low line drive, speed perfect for a special teams player because it gets to you fast and you've got a lot of space to do what you want to do. Straight up the middle, untouched till about the 35 and falls at the 40. 1:14 left to go. Wilson's got a lot of work to do. 1:14 in the third quarter.
Hey, this guy might be the same guy that calls the plays for the Buffalo Bills from what I'm seeing here. My goodness.
Same play up the middle.
It's making me question what's going on here. You got to spread the field and get the ball in the hands of number 19.
Bailey is now coming out of the game.
That's not good.
And can't get it to him if he's on the sideline.
No, you sure can't.
So Smiley has the play. He'll run it in. Under a minute left to go here in the third quarter. Wilson trailing by 22. Now they move with urgency to the line, trying to get at least one play off here, perhaps two, before the end of the third quarter. Handoff, nope, fakes it. Smiley's got it, was looking for a receiver. He goes out of bounds and knocked out there.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Smiley, unfortunately, when he faked it, he needs to hold that fake for about another second, because when he came out, he actually showed the ball, and everybody on defense could see that he had the ball. If he would have held that fake another second, he might have been able to hold the defensive end a little bit longer, and that would enable him to get enough time to get around the corner and pick up positive yardage.
Well, Smiley was, the play was designed for him, so I think he thought to himself, I'm just going to run with it. I'm not going to try and play any tricks on anybody. Yeah. 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Wilson with the ball, Smiley in the shotgun. He gets it. He looks over, trying to find a receiver, throws on the run high. Bailey.
There's a pass interference.
I knew it.
Yeah, a guy was holding Bailey.
It was clear. It was clear. They had Bailey on his back for pulling the back of his jersey.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that should be a first down for Wilson.
You can see it here on the replay here. Smiley in the shotgun. He rolls to his right. And you could see the player had his hand on the back of the jersey. You just can't do that.
No.
They're going to call pass interference on that every time.
Every time. And in high school and college football, they mark off 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So it's not like the pros where it's from the spot of where it's the play, you pick up the first down wherever the spot of the foul had taken place. So that's not bad. 15-yard penalty.
18 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. East 22-point lead. And it is another running play straight up the middle for Wilson. He tried to break through the line. Not successful doing so.
East is loving this. This is eating time up on the clock. Now, matter of fact, we're about to run out of time here in the third quarter.
Tyshawn Morrell taking that last play straight up the middle. And that's the way the third quarter will end. So East High comes out and has the only score in the third quarter, a 2-yard touchdown run by Brian Whitlock. That extends their lead, especially after the 2-point conversion. Big play to set up that 2-yard touchdown run was Perkins to Wood deep into the corner. And then, of course, the 2-point conversion, Perkins gets it to Reggie King. That gives us a 22-0 East lead.
You know what, Tariq, I wouldn't mind seeing Wilson come out in a spread offense, really play the spread offense for the rest of the game and work out of the spread. They can run out of it, but definitely pass more. For them to get back in the game, they're going to have to have a sense of urgency and more wide open play.
Thank you for tuning in. We are live here on RCTV. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you for the high school football game of the week. East High welcoming in Wilson for their homecoming game. Large crowd on hand, a little over 2 full benches, close to about 2,000 here.
Oh, yeah, it's close to a sellout. This is a beautiful crowd, beautiful day. The leaves are changing colors. Hey, this is, Tariq, it can only mean that it's football in the fall.
This is beautiful weather, nice time to be out and enjoying it. Thank you for all those coming out here this afternoon and watching on RCTV at home. It is the start of the fourth quarter. East with a 22-0 lead over Wilson. Back to pass. Smile. Looking to throw. He throws it up in the air. It's going to loft. Did they catch it? It's an interception. It is not. That was a dangerous play there.
Yes, it was. And number 19, Cameron Bailey, needs to turn around and look for the ball. He did not. That was a problem on his fault. He got to turn around and see what's going on in the backfield. Because if he would have came back, he could have out-jumped that young man for the ball there in the middle of the field.
Tyshawn Morrell just threw it up. Dangerous pass there as he had it. And it could have resulted in an interception. And a lot of room, too, because the ball was thrown to the other side of the field.
Yeah.
So if you catch that ball in stride and run with it, you could make it to the sideline before any other player can get to you. That's an easy 6.
That's why I said no of not throwing the ball across the field.
Yeah. That's the first thing they tell quarterbacks. You don't want to do that.
No, that's right.
Unless the guy is wide open. Smiley looking for a receiver. He'll run it himself. He'll head to out of bounds. And he will get close to the first down, they're not going to give it to him.
No. They got to go for it.
It'll set up fourth down and about a yard. Yep, a good yard.
Yeah, spread the field. Run pass option. Look like they're going to measure. The refs have called timeout to measure for it, so it must be pretty close, Tyreek, for them to call time and for measurement.
It is close. They marked it near about a yard. They'll bring out the sticks now. Just underway in the fourth quarter, East with a 22-0 lead. 11:46 left to go here in this game. And so the sticks have to come from all the way on the other side of the field to measure.
Yeah, way on the other side. My goodness. It took a minute to get over here.
So it's going to be about,
that's not
fourth down and about a yard.
About a yard.
No one has left here. I tell you, it's almost as if every quarter there's more and more people here.
I think you're right. I think more and more people are actually still coming here. My God, this is a beautiful complex, by the way. I'm looking over at the baseball diamond, the soccer field. A very well manicured and nice-looking complex. Track here. You got the track here as well. This is very nice.
And we talked to Burns, the athletic director for East here, during halftime, and it's his first full year here, and he's enjoying the fact that there's a lot of tradition here. The fact that East High is very much, Mike Burns is his name, is very much into the tradition here of sports here at East High. There's a lot of pride in the purple and gold there.
You can see it. You definitely can.
East with a 22-point lead here. Wilson with the football, trying to get some points on the board. Handoff up the middle for a few yards. That'll be a first down.
Oh, wow.
And a few more as the pile just kept on moving.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to see who is leading the charge.
34 was leading the charge. Young man by the name of, excuse me on that one. Castleberry. Boy, he's a load to bring down. Herman Castleberry.
Just gave it to him right up the middle.
Yeah, and just said, hey,
and just
bring me down.
Time on East Side right now with a 22-point lead, but Wilson slowly moving the football.
Slowly is the key term. They got to pick up the pace.
Shotgun, Smiley looking for a receiver. He wants Bailey covered well. He's going on the run, left side. He is able to get out of bounds.
Yeah,
and they're going to throw the flag. They're going to say they hit him out of bounds.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that's kind of tough because quarterback was fighting with them, unless it was a face mask or something. But it looked like it's hard to tell where you out of bounds over there.
Yep, they're going to call it on the East. He was out of bounds. They hit him out of bounds, personal foul. So that's going to result in a few more yards for Wilson.
Get him down near the goal line. Good break for Wilson.
Still plenty of time in this game, 11-10 in the fourth quarter.
Ken Smiley is doing a nice job leading the team down the field, but he has to have a little bit more patience before he takes off and runs. He has to allow his receivers a little bit of opportunity to make some moves downfield.
Well, the first person I'm sure he looked at and we looked at was Cameron Bailey. Bailey was covered extremely well.
Yes, indeed.
And so it was sort of a broken play. The penalty helps, 1st and 9. And Smiley goes over to the left side, picks up about a few yards.
Nice play. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock. Nice. Those are the type of plays they need. Positive yardage and getting out and stopping that clock.
That'll set up about a second down and about a 4 or 5, I believe. Or did they move it back?
Yeah, keep the spread the field. Wilson's now getting into the feel of what they're going to have to do the rest of the game. Spread this field out. And
yep, they only gave him a few yards. They said he went out of bounds before he got to the 5-yard line, so he's at the 8.
Oh, wow.
2nd and 8. Smiley hands it off up the middle. Tackled there. East High. They tried to give the ball once again to Morrell.
Beautiful play.
Tyshawn Morrell is not able to elude the tackler.
Not at all. Once again, they not 8 yards out. You gotta ball fake it and roll it out and try to throw it to 19 or a run pass option.
That'll set up 3rd down and about 10, and Wilson going backwards as opposed to forward after the penalty. They just have not been able to get any positive yardage off of that penalty. Snap, and that's going to be, I believe, either a false start or a neutral zone infraction. Not sure who moved first. East High is saying the Wilson player moved.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. They had a lot of movement on the line of scrimmage.
They're going to say it's on East, so that'll help out Wilson.
Yeah, they get another break in their favor. They got to cash in on this.
So that'll be 3rd down and 5 at the 5-yard line. East, at this point, has been bending but not breaking. Wilson has just been giving them their best shot, but East continues to play stonewall defense.
Yeah, they're not coming up with a big, they're at the 5-yard line. Looks like they got to punch it in. Keep the spread offense like they're doing and roll Smiley out.
3rd and 5-yard line. Smiley in a shotgun for the Wildcats. He gets it. He's looking for a receiver. Looks like he wants to run. He's got to beat a few players. He cannot get by them. He gets it down back near the line of scrimmage.
That was just a little inexperience on Smiley's part there. He rolled out, but that's when he rolled out and see that he couldn't make it. Stay behind the line of scrimmage and move around and then get the ball, dump it to one of your receivers.
Wilson is in a we need to score mode here. 4th down and 4 at the 4-yard line. 9:33 left to go.
In the 4th quarter, you got a lot of 4s up there on the scoreboard.
Right across the way.
Across the board.
Right across the board. 4th down and 4-yard line here in the 4th quarter. 9:21 left to go here in the game. East with a 22-point lead.
Smiley must be patient on this play. Roll out.
He
now
finds his man, can't hit Bailey. And that's just good defense. They're going to throw a flag from behind, a late flag. And that will give him a second opportunity.
The crowd is very upset about that call.
That came out of nowhere. What looked like good East defense has turned into a penalty.
Yeah, he's allowed to hit the receiver, so it's not like...
We'll see here on the replay in a moment, but it looked like it was just a good defensive play.
I agree with you, Tyreek. It looked like a good play.
We'll go to the replay here. As you said, Smiley rolls out, finds his man. I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it either. Unless he said something to him, unless it was taunting or something, because we can't hear what's being said on the field.
There was a bit of a taunting afterwards.
That's all I could.
But I thought it was more in celebration of stopping him on foot than it was taunting.
I agree.
Needless to say, 1st and goal from around the 2-yard line.
Boy,
Wilson pushing to try to get it in, and they do. Touchdown, Wilson.
Herman Castleberry. Boy, he's something else. He looks slow, but man, he moves the pile.
So they're saying that it was a grab in the back that led to the penalty. Another opportunity. Boy, that hurts. 4th down.
Yeah.
You come up with what you think is a good defensive play.
Absolutely.
And they call a penalty on you. And gives second life to Wilson to get in for the score. 9:05 left to go. Touchdown. It is a 22-6 lead for East. With 9:05, game not over yet. And we'll see now what Wilson is going to do as they get ready to set up for the 2-point conversion.
Okay.
We'll go to the touchdown in a matter of moments.
Yeah, here's the 2-point play coming up.
And the 2-point conversion. Smiley under center. He hands it off. They try to go to the corner. East smells it. He returns field. Upfield left side. Trying to find some room. He gets over to that left side. Can he get in?
Oh!
He is not able to get over.
Nice play by the defender. I think that was Brian Whitlock with the knockout. Yeah, that's just who that was, who had enough speed to catch him. Because it looked like he was going in for the 2 points, and Whitlock caught him there by the sideline and put him right out of bounds. Looks like a yard short.
It looked like it was going to be a stop easy for East, but Wilson able to reverse field, and that was an exciting 2-point conversion.
Very exciting. This game has been quite exciting. I thought it would be a lot more scoring in this game, but still, it's been a lot of good, exciting football, a cleanly played game, and this is what you want. You want to come out and see the young people play hard, and give it a good effort. Nobody's back down on either team. They continue to go at it.
It's been a lot of fun. 9:05. As I said, still plenty of time here.
Yeah, still plenty
in
of
a high
time.
school football game. Anything can happen. East
Onside
has been
kick.
playing well. Onside kick, a fumble, an interception, anything is possible. So you want plenty of time.
Castleberry looked like he's going to be kicking this off, and I would go with the onside kick at this time, because it's not. If you give East the ball and let them grind it out, that clock is gonna stay in their favor. The hands team is on the field for East. East have most of their guys up front. Maybe they might pooch it over this.
I would pooch it over if I were.
Pooch it over, yeah.
At this time, well, we'll see what Wilson does here as they kick off, trailing 22-6.
One guy looks offsides for East there, lined up there. His foot is already over the line.
Refs don't see it. No flag is thrown. They do kick it off. It bounces, handled, and it's a touchback. And so Wilson did exactly what we talked about. They would try and create something by sort of low line driving it.
Yeah.
And if it was kicked a little bit more softly, it would not have been a touchback, but it is. So 9:05 left to go here in the game. East 22-6 over Wilson. Wilson is back on defense. East has their own ground game that could soak up a lot of time as well.
Yes, and it looked like Jaquan Majors look like he's done for the day. I see he have his shoulder pads off, and look like they're getting ready to put an ice pack on his. Look like it might be his ankle over on the east sideline. So he's done for the day. But they still have two other fine running backs out there, Noel and Whitlock.
Perkins under center. He hands it off. Swing it right out to Whitlock. Whitlock with room. Fumbles the football. Wesley gets it. It's a big turnover. And it will go towards
East. Still has it.
East
Wow.
football.
Somehow they came up with that. That was a nice hit.
dangerous situation.
I tell you, Whitlock was stuck there.
What did we say? 9:05 left to go. Anything can happen. A turnover, fumble, interception.
It's a nice run here. Oh, he left his feet. You never, running backs, never leave your feet. You always want to stay to that ground, keep your feet more than hard. He tried to turn and almost jump over a guy and paid the price.
Could have been a different situation. Run there, left side for East. Could have been a very different situation if he had not been near that sideline.
Yeah.
Sideline kind of helps you there. You want the football on the side of where you're running. If the sideline's on your left-hand side, you want the football on the left-hand side, because if you do fumble, you can fumble it out of bounds. Didn't go out of bounds there. East player was able to jump on it, but you want the benefit of the sideline in your favor if you're running with the football.
You definitely do.
8:11 left to go here in the game.
Offside. Look at
and there goes the flag.
Offsides on Wilson. That hard count is back to encroachment on the play there. Yeah, he definitely came over the line. Looked like a first down.
The East player moved. They're going to say false start on East, so that'll back them up. Wilson getting the benefit of the call there. Boy, I tell you, you get a few shots to get back in a game. That fumble is going to hurt Wilson by not picking that one up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was there for the taking. Definitely. Good. I tell you one thing, Wilson is hitting there. I like how they tackle.
They're playing strong.
They're wrapping their arms around you. They're hitting you hard. There you go, right there again, number 3.
Once again, big play there. Wilson able to shut down that run.
Boy, Hassan Robinson has made several solo tackles, and that's got to be his 4th or 5th solo tackle of the game.
Second play going to Jason Williams on the carry as he steps in for Major. Remember, you mentioned it earlier, Major out of the game right now, being attended to. He looks like he's okay, but he's just going to maybe check the rest of this game off.
Yeah, get ice down. He tweaked something over there. And get some ice on him.
7:17 left to go here in this game. East with the football and the lead, 22-6. Handoff up the middle. Whitlock's got it, dodges a few tackles, falls forward, close to a first down.
Closing in on it.
And that was Noel, sorry.
Wilson has to stop him at this. It's 6:57 to go. 3rd and 4th. Oh, what they did. 4th down. Look like they're going to force a punt, possibly. This is big. This is big for Wilson.
Well, they've got a punt here. I mean, you don't want to give Wilson any momentum shorter field.
No, you don't.
So they will. They'll go back there and punt.
But like you just said, Terry, look how huge that fumble could have been for Wilson.
With plenty of time, 6:35 left to go here in the game. Still 2 scores. Let's not, make it seem as if it's close. They need those 2 scores. Bailey waves it off. He picks it up, and he'll go out of bounds with it. And a couple players tumble out of bounds, but they're okay.
No harm, no foul on that one.
Nope.
They took each other out on that play.
So 6:21 left to go here in the game. East still leading 22-6 over Wilson. You're watching the high school football game of the week on RCTV. Channel 15, Tariq Spence, George Radney with you on this beautiful crisp fall day at Bicentennial Stadium here on the campus of East High School.
Yes, indeed. Beautiful day for football. Beautiful.
Everybody's having fun here right now.
Yes, they are. Fans are having a great time here.
Back to live action on the field. Wilson with the football. They're just coming off a score on their last possession.
They got to spread the field here.
Smiley gives it up.
There we
Reverse
go.
to Bailey. They've got it open. If he gets time to throw it, he can throw it. He does go. He throws it high, end over end. Caught.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he dropped it. Oh,
that's just a good defensive play.
That was. But he had it. The ball hit his hands. He should have held on. 15 was open right from the start. You're right, Tariq. If he could have gotten the ball away sooner.
You could see here, Bailey gets it off of the reversal. He wants to throw it there, but he can't. Defender's there. He steps over to his left a little bit more. Then he lets it rip, and it's one-on-one. Ooh, that's a crucial play.
Yeah.
Wilson doing exactly what you said earlier, bringing out all the bags of tricks here. Second down at 10, 39-yard line, 6:10 left to go here in the game.
Very good call. The execution was nice. It's just that it was defended properly.
Smiley, shotgun, looking for somebody, finds Bailey. Bailey thought about it, goes across field, sets up some blockers. They find him. Gets out of bounds,
my goodness.
On the play.
What? Did you see that?
Just jumped over a player?
Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. Man, I think he might be he might be on the track. Yeah, he might be on the track team. If I was the track coach over there, Wilson, I'll look for him. I'll look for him on Monday morning.
I honestly
talk to him about a track career.
I've never seen that live before.
Man,
there's the replay. As you can see here, Bailey gets it. Now he's thinking to himself, I've got nothing but purple jerseys. I'll run across the field. The defender comes right at him, jumps right over him.
Wow.
Effortlessly.
I know. In stride.
And you're not allowed to do it, but it is impressive to watch.
It is. Very nice.
I don't know exactly.
Looks like a personal foul. I guess you're not allowed to jump over a guy in high school football.
Are you not allowed to do that?
You can't do that in high school. We're being told here from the officiating crew, head linesman up here in the press box is letting us know. In high school, you can't hurdle a defender in high school.
Yeah, it's still impressive to watch.
That was beautiful.
I didn't know. I really didn't know that was a penalty.
Me either.
I thought for a moment that there was something after the play, but it is called hurdling, and it's not allowed to be done.
Wow.
No contact in the play either.
No, none at all. Beautiful play.
At any rate, it is second down and 25 off of the penalty. Ball around the 15-yard line. Smiley will roll out to his left. He's hit as he throws. The ball is loose, and I'm not sure who comes up with
maybe
it.
his arm
there was a Wilson player there.
It looked like calling it an incomplete pass, maybe.
No, it looks like a Wilson player came up with it because they're going to down it further than the line of scrimmage.
Nice defensive play there. My goodness. A guy downfield looked like he was open, too. The receiver looked open. Once again, the Wildcat quarterback was unable to get the ball off in time.
22-6. East with the lead over Wilson. And, both teams are playing extremely well, but it is
very competitive.
Very exciting here in the last few minutes here. You got about a little bit more than 5 minutes left to go here in the game. And Wilson's really taking a lot of shots here on this possession. Third down and 25. Smiley, back to pass, looking for a receiver. He throws it
no, he
high,
threw it out of
end
bounds.
over end, and that's out of bounds. Caught, but it was out of bounds. He was pushed out,
Yeah.
and there was no way he was going to be able to come in bounds with that one.
They got it. That's several times now. Smiley has to throw the ball down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He's been throwing it to the sidelines a lot, and you got to give your guy a chance to make a play, which his player made the play actually, Desmond Hall, but he was out of bounds. Yeah, he got to throw it like that in the middle of the field and let his guy go up for it.
Ironically, he didn't make the catch. Unfortunately, he just didn't have enough real estate to come down with it.
And they're going for it.
They will go for it, 4th down and 25. Now, here's the theory here. You got 5:45 left to go here in the game. You had a very good last possession that resulted in a touchdown. You nearly came away with a turnover the last possession.
Right.
Your options are 4th and 25. Maybe you convert, maybe you don't, or you punt it away and hope your defense is able to come up and make a play, even a play made on the kickoff.
Well,
the kick return.
The coach is a riverboat gambler because last week against Greece Athena, it was 4th and 8 from their own 2-yard line, and they went for it late in the game last week. So I'm not surprised that he's going to go for it deep inside his own territory. But the key is you got to get the ball to number 19. Let him go up for you. As you can see, we've seen his jumping ability just a few minutes ago.
Coach Mortier is going to go for it.
Send him down the middle and just throw it up in the middle of the field.
It'll be 4th down and 30. Running straight up the middle and cut, and there's a loose ball. East may have it.
Either way,
they will get it. Oh, Wilson recovers. Doesn't matter. It is turned down on downs to East High, and East High will come out onto the field and try and put this game away. 5:40 left to go here in the game.
Yeah, they're playing hard. This is a hard-fought game on both sides, but once again, Smiley should have threw that ball up for grabs. He couldn't have run for 30 yards for the first down. He needed to get that ball up in the air and let his guys go after the ball.
In the instinct of the play, the only thing I could think of as to why he would do it was I think he thought there were more players behind him instead of in front of him. But East High played their defense extremely well. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, ball at the 10-yard line, and now there's a flag on the play before anything gets done.
Yeah, look, I don't know what this is going to be. Oh, too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field for East, so that backs him up.
Yeah, somebody wasn't supposed to be in on that play. Looked like Emmanuel Santiago is the guilty party. Looked like he wasn't supposed to be out there. He just came off.
Right now, East really smelling blood here. They know full well.
Yeah, they're going to finish him. They got a chance to finish him off.
They were 10, now 15 yards away from icing this one. Still, anything can happen. Loose ball. 5:40 left to go here in the game. Handoff left side. Straight up the middle to Williams. He stopped there, so Wilson's defense still holding on strong here.
Yeah, they're good tacklers. I'm really impressed with their tackling ability. They're able to bring their man down.
See what happens. It's the clock approaching the 5-minute mark.
That's what you need. You could tell they've been taught well on textbook tackling, how to make a tackle.
2nd down and about 13. Loss of 3 on that last play.
East is milking the clock.
Waiting for the last moment before they can call the play. Now under center Perkins. He will hand off to Williams again.
Fumble on the play.
I believe, is it a change of possession?
Oh,
or no, East gets it back.
They get it again, wow. They must have a string on the ball today.
Wilson has just not been able to jump on that football when they needed to.
No. Unbelievable. The ball, it was in a pileup, too.
2 chances here in this second half, especially in this 4th quarter, to jump on a ball to gain possession, but they've not been able to do it. 4:15 left to go. Hand it off. Williams again. Oh, no, that's a fake. Perkins still has it, and he is knocked down.
Wow, Perkins is smooth. I'm really
That
impressed.
was a very good fake from Perkins. He had me bite on it.
Yeah. Very smart quarterback, very smart young man. You could just tell he has a grasp of the offense and what he needs to do. You notice how he carried that fake, how he held the ball. We couldn't even tell where the ball was.
I thought it was the running back had it. Perkins had it the whole time.
He did, yeah. He didn't release that fake at all. He just held it, ran the play out.
And sold it well.
Yeah.
Sold it well. So 3:38 left to go here in the game. East 22-6 lead over Wilson.
And Perkins is a junior, so he's he got another year to come back.
Plenty of time to grow for Michael Perkins. He looks, finds a receiver, connects with him, touchdown. That's the back of the end zone. That's Reggie King. Touchdown, Perkins to King. East has now put the icing on the cake.
Yes, they have. Once again, another fake, nice fake, and he had his man open, and he put just enough touch on. He has a nice touch. I'm impressed with Michael Perkins.
There you see on the replay, King just catches it. Very simple. Not even a Wilson player around him.
No.
When he caught it.
And that's that. Once again, the ball fake. They bid on the run, and he was able to. Perkins was able to get it to Reggie King.
So it'll be the field goal.
Oh.
There's a penalty on the play as they were trying to go for the extra point. And the flag just came out of nowhere. There was a Wilson player that was literally on the football while it was still on the ground.
Yeah, Cameron
before
Bailey.
it got kicked.
Cameron, where did he come from? Looked like he coming from up the middle, right on the replay here.
Look at no wonder.
Oh yeah.
Look at the ball still on the ground.
Wow, he took it from the holder.
But unfortunately, he went a little bit early.
Yeah.
And that resulted in the penalty. So now East has the option of.
Well, actually, they marked it. It was on East. They marked it on East. Must have been a legal procedure. Someone must have moved because they called the penalty on East.
It looked like Bailey jumped over the line first, but as you said, it is on East, so East will take it a few yards back and then decide what they want to do with it. And they don't have anybody to hold the spot. That's important.
Yeah, very important.
And so now they get him out there.
Look like they don't have a tee either, so.
Yeah.
They don't have anything out there. The tee, because in high school you could use a kicking tee, and they didn't have the tee out there, so East has to burn a timeout.
So 3:21 left to go here in this football game. A lot of people we could talk to on the East side did a very good job for their offense today. Obviously, you could go with running back Brian Whitlock, 2 touchdowns in this game. Quarterback Michael Perkins played extremely well. He had a touchdown pass in this game. He also ran one in for a touchdown. So those are the 2 options on East side for player of the game.
Yes, indeed.
Number 2 or number 42, your choice. But really, East as a whole played extremely well on offense. Defense played extremely well. And they will come away with a double-digit victory here.
Nice
and the kick is end over end and through. And it is a 29-6 lead for East High School over Wilson. 3:21 left to go here in this game. We'll be right back. Coming up, you're watching the high school football game of the week on RCTV.
Yep.
.21 left to go here in this 4th quarter. Thank you for watching RCTV, high school football game of the week. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you. You could go with 2 players of the game here. I think Michael Perkins played a very good game here at quarterback.
Without a doubt, I agree.
Brian Whitlock played extremely well with the touchdown, 2 touchdowns earlier. But Perkins, you could really see his development, still very young in the game. And definitely Major played a very good part in that running attack of East. Really, you didn't know who was carrying the ball. So, I would go with number 2, Michael Perkins for player of the game.
Because his ball handling was outstanding. He faked his ball handling, fooled the defense, sucked them in. He was able. Michael Perkins.
So Michael Perkins.
Michael Perkins
would
is
be the
player of the game.
But you could go either way. I would go with Perkins, as we both agreed. The ball ends up on the ground. Wilson picks it up. He'll pick it up from there, try to hit the corner, and he is knocked and twisted out of bounds. And that's where Wilson will have it. There are a couple flags on the field, so we'll let the refs decipher where all these flags come from.
Yeah, the young man got to remember, don't stop. When he's running, he got to keep running at full speed. He cannot stop. Look like he has cramps in his legs there. He has some type of cramps. But he should have continued to run. He stopped, and boy, he paid the price for stopping.
So East High will go back out on defense. Wilson will have what will be their final possession.
Illegal use of hands against Wilson.
So Wilson backed up even further now. They'll have the ball at around 5 or 6 yard line. And they'll start there with 3:12 left to go in this game. 1st and 10 from around the 5 yard line. East leading at 29-6 over Wilson.
Tyreek, I'll tell you one thing. This game is being played a lot closer than the score indicates. The game feels like it's a 7-point game the way the teams are playing.
Well, we went into the 4th quarter and still yet to be determined who was going to win this when it was a 22-point lead, and then you saw Wilson come back, score the touchdown, fumble available on the field as that pass, it falls incomplete. And, you know, Wilson had the opportunity for the turnover, couldn't jump on the ball. Another opportunity for the turnover, couldn't capitalize there. If those turnovers did happen, Wilson, with a short field, could have made the game just a little bit closer. We wouldn't have the 29-6 score that we have now. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But it was, as you said, played even into the early portion of the 4th quarter a little bit closer, because East had it wrapped up, but, you know, football bounces one way or another.
Exactly.
Pitch out to the left side. That is over the left side and through for the first down over near the 20-yard line. That's just a good run.
Yeah, Tyshawn Murrow with a nice run. Nice off-tackle run, and then he bounced it to the outside and picked up the first down, and most importantly, stopped the clock as well.
So 3:01 left to go here in the game.
Very nice run by the young man. Tell you, that's what I mean. It's no quit in this Wilson team. They're not hanging their heads. They just coming back, and they coming back with the next play.
23-point lead right now for East High School. Wilson, not, as you said, not giving up, playing as hard as they can.
Not at all. That bodes well for the future of the program.
Smiley under center. Man in motion. He does a good job with the fake there.
They got Castleberry to the ground this time.
Castleberry is down. A gain of about maybe a yard, if not right back at the line of scrimmage. Yep, they gave him about half a yard on that play. Sets up 2nd down and about 9. 2:33 left to go here in the game. There goes Smiley looking for a receiver. Throws high.
Once again,
trying to get to Bailey. He's tall, but not that tall.
No, but he has to move to the middle of the field. Running to the sideline is not making it. He has to run to the middle of the field to be able to make a play in bounds.
Plus, Smiley had to get rid of it. He was running out of room and time. Defenders were getting on him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they were.
2:23 left to go here in the game. Wilson 3rd down and 10 here. Ball at the 20-yard line. Smiley, shotgun, looking for it. Finding Bailey. They missed the first tackle, but they get him the second time. It'll set up around a 4th down and about 2.
That's a nice short pass. Bailey made a nice play. Oh, nice no huddle. Now they're coming with a no huddle here. Let's see if they can pull this off.
They'll set it up 4th down and about 3. Shot right up the middle.
Ooh.
Knocked on his derriere, but able to fall forward for the first down.
Boy, Castleberry, they starting to get tired of him running them over.
He's
Hey,
a
come on.
bruising back, though. I
Yeah.
mean, you hit him once. You see the guy who hit him was going forward, but Castleberry still kept moving forward.
Right.
Just under 2 minutes left to go here. Shotgun, Smiley with it for Wilson. Now running, trying to find time. This is going to come back. They're going to get that block in the back way
really?
back there. Smiley was breaking free.
I tell you, Bailey is really doing some hitting down the field. I tell you, the guy, I'm impressed with him. He likes to hit. He's not afraid of contact because he came down and laid somebody out just now on that near the end of that run.
Smiley was able to get that yardage because of a block in the back there by a Wilson player. So that will result in a first down, but unfortunately, first down and 20.
Yeah, that's not helping the cause there. But I thought it looked almost like it was legal because it was a little chip block the guy gave at the end. It was borderline. But obviously the referee had a better view than I and called it a block in the back.
And added on a few more yards. It's now what I thought would be a first and 20. It looks like a first and 25.
Yeah, they look like they took it from the spot of the foul. They called it, yeah, they marked it off from the spot of the foul because it was in the backfield.
So that's where they're having first and 25, 16-yard line. Pitch to Morrell. Morrell turns it, tries to go upfield. I'm surprised he got through that first crowd. I thought he was going to get tackled there. But there he was, just sort of on the outside of that first few tacklers. Pick up some positive yards. Picked up about 8 there, so that'll set up second down and about 16. Shotgun, Smiley, looking for a receiver. He's got one. Bailey doesn't go out of bounds. Finds some room, going upfield towards the middle of the field. And you know what? Why run out of bounds?
Right.
See if I can make a play here.
Yeah. His teammate kind of got in the way there. He was he cut it back. He did what he's supposed to do. That was a nice play.
Under a minute left to go here. East with a 23-point lead as the East faithful get ready to head towards the exits, knowing full well this one is in the bag. Wilson, snap to Smiley. Smiley dances around, able to get to the end zone, stops the clock there. It is a first down.
Yeah.
And it's right near midfield.
People are just now leaving. People didn't leave early from this one. People hung around, Tyreek.
Yeah, it started getting a little chilly too. People still sticking around, but they know full well the Orientals will come away with a victory this afternoon.
Right.
.36 seconds left to go here in the game. Smiley rolling out to his right. He gets sandwiched. As the time is starting to slowly tick away, 22 seconds left.
Nice effort by Smiley. Nice effort by both teams. This has been a beautifully well-played game. Good effort. Both teams gave 110% today. Look like Wilson gonna let the clock go. Yeah, they're gonna let it go down. They're not back in oh, there they go. They did get the ball off.
High end over end throw. They were looking for Bailey, and Bailey was not able to get to it.
Boy, I tell you,
the East player down, and it helps him get back up.
Yeah, Bailey laid the wood on people out there. He
and that is the way this game is going to end. East High, 29-6 over Wilson. They walk away with the win this afternoon. East High will improve to 3-1 in the division and 4-2 overall. And Wilson will fall to 2-2 in their division and 2-4 overall.
And keep in mind, East started out with 2 tough games. Opened with McQuaid, a very well-seasoned, the most experienced team in the city Catholic League, and then they went out to Pittsburgh and lost a heartbreaker out there. So they had 2. They opened the season with 2 tough games, and now you can tell they gained in their confidence, and it can only bode well for them the rest of the way and into the sectionals.
Well, East High will walk away with a victory today against the Wilson Wildcats. Wilson played hard all the way through, even to the final moments of the game. But East, very impressive, throwing the football, running the football, more running the football because they have a number of different players that can run. We'll have the player of the game coming up next, and we'll wrap things up here at Bicentennial Stadium, where East High has won today's football game 29-6 over Wilson. We'll be right back after this.
Here at the stadium, Bicentennial Stadium, and now we're going to go down onto the field, and we're going to have Tariq interviewing. Yes. Okay. Ready. Oh, the camera, okay.
Point lead, 14-0. Pass, Perkins going deep, right side, has a receiver. He's got him. Stiff arm. If he gets him loose, he could go in. It's one-on-one, trying to get his leg free. Oh, he does! Into the end zone! Oh, they mark him out! Right there, you talk about a one-on-one battle. John Perkins under center, hands off. Oh, fakes it. He goes over to the right side. He's going to run it himself. Positive yards and then out of bounds. He was pushed out as he was heading out. No flag on the back on the line. Goal line stands for Wilson.
Oh,
rolling out left side. There goes Perkins. He's trying to find the corner. Stiff arm. He puts it out there. Touchdown!
Oh, my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Perkins scores. 2 seconds left to go for Michael Perkins. He looks, finds a receiver, connects with him, touchdown. That's the back of the end zone. That's Reggie King.
All right, we're here right now with the player of the game, Michael Perkins. Great game for you, East. Big game here, homecoming. You got to be excited about the way you played.
Very excited. Team played great. We just executed everything. We stuck by each other, gave everybody a heads up. You know, what stuff was going on. We just played great today.
Well, when you've got a good running core of players there, you got Majors, you got Whitlock, you've got a number of different guys you can use. That's got to make your job a little bit easier to try and find somebody when it's time to pass the football.
Yeah, we just pound the ball, then we throw a play action, the receiver's just wide open.
What did Coach say to you in the second half? 14-point lead here at homecoming, but you knew Wilson would try to do something.
Don't let up.
Don't let up? That's all he said?
Don't let up.
Play all the way through, right?
Yep.
All right, well, you were able to get the touchdown run and the touchdown pass, only a junior. Best of luck to you guys the rest of the year. All right. Well, of course, we'll come back in a matter of moments here. We'll get the big end of the game here. Hopefully we'll get Coach in here as well to talk a bit about the end of today's football game. East with a 29-6 victory over Wilson this afternoon. Good job.
Hold them up. Stop. Cut.
All right, we're here live, of course. Game is over, but East High School is taking a big victory home here at homecoming. We're here with Coach. Coach, what did you say to your guys at halftime? 14-0 lead, but still Wilson can run the football.
We just wanted our guys to play even better the second half. Wilson is very dangerous. They have a very strong running game. They're one play from getting within a touchdown. So we knew we could not let up on our side of it.
On your side, football, running the football is your forte. I mean, if you don't have Whitlock, if you got Major, if you don't have Major, if you got Perkins, if you don't have Perkins, you've got at least 4 guys that are in the backfield that could totally change the game for you.
Right. We have a stable of backs, and we just keep trying to send fresh legs at you, and that's what we did. And Mike made some big throws. The big one when he hit John Wood down the sideline was big for us.
What did you say to your team after that play? Obviously, it's a big play. Wood with the catch. It was one-on-one with the defender. He was trying to get his leg loose. He finally did. And then once he did get his leg loose, the defenders were able to come back. And, of course, you guys pushed that in for a touchdown.
We were glad we pushed it in because we had a little trouble down in the red zone converting, and we were hoping that he was going to get in, but great job by the offensive line and pushing it in.
You guys are number 2 right now in your division. The only team that stands between you and number 1 is McQuaid. You worried about them?
Well, there's nothing we can do because we played them earlier in the year. We have Franklin next week here, and if winner of that, if we win that one, then we would beat all the city teams, and that's our goal.
All right, man. Best of luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wrap things up coming up next.
That's not even.
We're back here live, of course, at Bicentennial Stadium, where East High School comes away with a victory this afternoon. The final score, 29-6, with East coming away with the victory over Wilson. Tariq Spence, George Radney with you. George, it's a good game. I mean, a lot of ground attack for both teams.
Yes, indeed. Both teams played hard. They never gave up. That was the key. Both teams came out with a game plan. It's just that East executed their game plan much better with the player of the game, Michael Perkins, leading the way.
Well, Michael Perkins, Jr., as he said off the air to me, says that, he's having a lot of fun. The team is running really well. And when you've got good running backs, I said to even Coach, when you've got Majors, Whitlock, and, of course, Perkins as well as boy, you've got enough time to give your quarterback enough time to throw 1 or 2 big plays and make the difference.
Definitely, and that's what it was. The big plays that Michael Perkins created with his ball handling skills, that set up the big plays for East, and East was able to run it in and put the game away.
Now they are number 2 in division, the sole possession there. They've got one more game before the playoffs start coming, perhaps a chance to face McQuaid, who is undefeated right now in City Catholic play. We will be right back here next week.
We'll have that game. I was going to say, yeah, we got that game next week. Franklin at East right here on this field. So it should be a big showdown next Saturday.
Well, join us live. We'll be here next Saturday. For those of you who have been watching this game, thank you for tuning in all day long. And, of course, we'll be back here as the East will be wrapping up their season, number 2 overall in City Catholic League. We'll see how well they end up wrapping up in this season. For George Radney, I'm Tariq Spence. You've been watching the high school football Section 5 game of the week here on RCTV. Good afternoon, everybody.
Getting some of the kids who are from different schools on the same page. Whitlock, right side, going for the corner. He's going in. Touchdown, Brian Whitlock. And meanwhile, Wilson finding themselves in a situation where they can't get their offense going. There's Whitlock along the right side. Gets able to get by one more defender before he is tackled down to the ground.
Balanced offense.
Up the middle, stop there, push back and down. Wilson's defense is now smelling out here, the end zone. Ball up the middle.